Hey CE5ers, my name is Andre Cardoso, and this channel is all about CE5, Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind, which means human-initiated contact with extraterrestrials. We've got tips, tools, and first-hand personal experiences of people who've been involved with this incredible work. Today we'll hear again from Ben Milne. Ben is a CE5 ambassador who lives in New Zealand, and he's been on 2 previous episodes where we've covered his first CE5 experience and some other interesting experiences he's had since then. Today, Ben and I discuss what it's been like to do CE5 in a group setting, which can really allow CE5 to reach amazing levels. I hope you enjoy listening. So now I'm curious, since I've seen you in this context now twice on these retreats where we're doing CE5 in a working group, where coherence is really one of the big aims. I'm curious just about your whole process of, I think, what was last time your first time doing it in a group setting, or?
Yeah, it really was, in a proper group setting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what was it like being in a group doing CE5 for the first time?
It was just everything I'd hoped for. It was really great. Like, I'd always wanted to connect with people. I've been sort of trying to for a long time, and it took a bit for me to make it to, the travel and just getting the time to do it. And the group, I was really lucky. The first time we're calling them the Dream Team, because the coherency was just so strong and so great. And I just immediately gelled with everyone, and I just felt like they were like family, just so easy to get on with. And I'd always wanted to connect with other people that sort of really understood, had their own experiences themselves. Because just in daily life, I didn't really have a lot of people around that could relate to about it. So ever since I had my first experiences, I always knew that I needed to connect with other people and share it with other people, and it was just great.
Can we think of some of the contact that we had together, either this last trip or this one?
Yeah. Well, I had the last trip, leading up to it, I'd seen a lot of craft, and when I first started doing the CTS for the site, that we all had to, as homework leading up to the event, we had a visual aid to use to do the CTS for the site, just to let the ETs know in plenty of time in advance that where we'd be. And then right on the first night, we had a really strong sighting that was just like it was just like the craft I was used to seeing. And it came along like very shortly after we first set up our circle. Somebody spotted the first craft come along, and it approached us, really, didn't it? It approached us, and it started pulsing light, and then it let out such a burst of energy it just made everyone go wow. There was a lot of energy, and then we all worked on sort of grounding that energy and keeping the coherency, and the contact, the activity just continued that night. Did you have any specific ones in mind that?
Yeah, well, maybe we can even talk about last night. So
last night.
So far, we some of the things that you've been sharing are sightings that happen in the sky.
Yeah.
What is it like with how do the ETs manifest when they actually get closer to our circle and get on the ground? What is that like?
Yeah,
if you could describe it.
It's usually very subtle, and but there's no mistaking that there's a strong presence there. I think we all get the feeling that the last thing they want to do is scare us off, and they're also very cautious of us, which is fair enough. What I think we've probably noticed the most is some audio things happening, and also some ground lights. I think there's been some scintillating lights, sort of little sparks of light flashing in and out, and some movement of light, some fast movement of light in the field.
Yeah, and that's
But
all really interesting.
it is. It's really interesting to experience that, and yeah, you just got to really keep an open heart and just project the intentions and the love from the heart center, just to let them know that we're ready and willing to have further, more intimate contact. And yeah, they seem pretty ready and willing to oblige, really. But it's I think they are encouraging us to pick up on the subtleties and sort of fine tune our ability to sense some of those more subtle behaviors, I think.
Can you describe how you've evolved in the process, or how you've changed in your approach in these situations?
Well,
what you've learned
by joining the group, just pretty quickly learned that the focus is to to bring the attention more into the more closer proximity to see what's going on, because I'd always been used to looking at the sky, which is lovely, of course, seeing the lights in the sky, but yes, bringing your attention to what's happening around you, and sort of realizing that if you see a craft in the sky, things they can manifest very easily in whatever way they feel appropriate, and what we're ready for. So yeah, those things happen. Yeah, so what was the question again? How
have you changed in
just becoming more aware, I think, just focusing my attention more on what's going on around me, and being more open to getting over because it's human nature to have a little bit of a fear association and just of the unknown. But yeah, just becoming really comfortable with the idea and just visualizing what it might be like to see something very strange and unusual, and just being okay with it, and just going with the flow, and just accepting the moment of what is, and just sort of not resisting anything, just sort of letting it flow. And it's great being in a group, because that really tempers the fear a lot, and it's gone from a fear of the unknown to more like a excited nervousness, I think. Yeah. But you just get better and better in that. It's great being in having the group really support each other, and there really is nothing to fear. It's just I've only ever had positive experiences, and I got a strong message that just through experience that the ETs really, or whoever they are, that they really don't want to scare us. It's the last thing they want to do is scare us off, because it's such important work we're doing. Yeah.
And so that's one of the benefits of being in a group, is that we can all kind of support each other and feel like we're together and not alone, and it helps mitigate any apprehension anybody might have. Another benefit is that we can confirm things with each other, confirm different events. So that's one of the things that if somebody might have an issue with the idea of CE5, they'll be like, oh, it's just people imagining things, and it's like, like
that's important,
going out
to
and
be able
just
to confirm,
like, having hallucinations or whatever. But how is the group helpful in confirming? Like, how do you notice that a confirmation is happening in a group?
Well, it's great. It's really important in that way, because there is a lot of confirmations from other people, so you can sort of corroborate sort of like experiences from, there might be 2 or 3 people that all said the same thing, or there's been times where me and 2 others experienced an audio sound from what we believe to be some kind of entity in the field with us, pretty close. We all heard it at the same time, which was great, but then when we came back into circle to share our whatever experiences we may have had during the break, there was another lady who had been off in another area, and she had absolutely heard she described the same sound before we'd ever said anything about it. And then we were able to tell her that we'd experienced the same thing as well. And in fact, that happened again last night. Yeah, there was people in different areas, separate from each other, experiencing audio things happening around them, and footsteps, which was great. we felt like we're making some good progress last night. Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely did.
Yeah, so that's an example of how it's great to be able to verify experiences through other people's experience. Yeah.
I'm so grateful to call Ben my friend and to have shared in such wonderful experiences together in doing this transformative work. Until our next episode, I hope that this show will encourage you to go out and try initiating a CE5 yourself. To help you get started, you'll find a free guide to the basics of CE5 at ce5podcast.com. There's also a great new app out there called the CE5 Contact app, which is like having a CE5 training course right in your pocket. For more about this fascinating and inspiring movement, check out the other videos on this channel and the links in the description. I'll see you next time.